Hello everybody, I'm the Monarch of Dragons, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. In the last episode, we did a battle against an old friend of mine, Baroff, and we continued a bit further into the story of the village. And today's episode, we're going to be delving into another of one of my favorite monsters, but it's not from the third generation. Oh no, it's the fourth generation. Nerscylla, the spider, so far the only Temnocrean in existence alongside its subspecies. And that sucks, you know? There's a lot of famed wyverns nowadays, so why don't they bring back some Neopterans or make some new Temnocreans in the monster world? Come on, we need more diversity! I'm sick of seeing all these wyverns and dragon-like monsters. As much as I'm happy for Zinogre not being alone anymore, there are certainly some oddballs in the famed wyvern category. And you may also notice I changed up equipment, because I figured you guys might be sick and tired of seeing the same equipment each episode, so we're changing it up this time yet again. Whereas last time we did hammer with alchemy style, this time we are doing aerial charge blade with the true Nakarkos armor. It's not the best armor, but I certainly like it. I love its design and appearance, and it looks like something straight out of Destiny, or maybe Warframe. I don't know. I wouldn't know since I don't play those two. So now, people, you will place your bets. Will I become this spider's next tasty meal, or will I prevail and turn the tides in my favor? Give it a taste of its own medicine. We'll find out soon enough, that is. Onwards to victory, my friend! Oh gosh, why am I drunk again? Why is there a moving barrel? Why are there cats around me? Oh gosh. I've fallen, and I can't get up. Mom, is that you? Mom, I love you.
Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man!
Ooh, good start up here. Nice. Mystery charm. Shining charm. Also, that low quality JPEG in the distance of a flying Remobra. Beautiful. This is art right here. There she is! Found you, girl! Let's dance! You look so good in comparison to last time. I mean, not to say you weren't looking good last time, but you look even better. I love her movements. They are so weird and erratic. It's really strange, you know? It's like an instance of, oh, that might have actually saved me. The accidental zone transfer might have saved me. But it's one of those instances, of art imitating life, so to speak. I'm not all for the point of monster being realistic, because hell no it's not. Hell no. If you're thinking a monster needs to be realistic in order to get to world, or that the key point of it is realistic, I'm sorry, you're dead wrong. I mean, I can respect your opinion, but your opinion's wrong. But it's not the fact that it has to be realistic. It's the fact that it imitates life. It creates a life of its own. And if this were to be a real world, you would say that you could believe that creatures like this would be walking around. I think the fact of imitating life is represented best with the bug monsters. Celtis Queen, Nerscylla. I mean, she's a Temnocrean, but close enough. But I feel the art imitating life aspect really comes shining with these monsters, because their movements are so erratic and strange. The way she walks around and just kind of twitches is weird. I love it. And it's not exactly accurate to real life spiders, because it's a giant spider that has the corpse of Gypsaros on it, in the case of the subspecies Nerscylla, or Kezu, but still, it imitates the quality of spiders and their erratic movements, how people might be afraid of them, the common imagery of spiders, creepy crawlies, so to speak, and it imitates that perfectly, yet makes it its own unique creature. It's accurate to life, yet not accurate at the same time. And That's kind of what I've always loved about this monster. It's never been about being realistic. It's always been about, however, creating its own life. You know, like the monster world life. Because, of course, if you were in a different universe or in a different planet, of course you discover new creatures and different kind of organisms that defied all common sense in terms of where you came from. Of course that would make sense. It's alien. But and it's like, it goes to show again that there's the aspect of, can video games be called art? I mean, many people will point to Shadow of the Colossus, but I like to think Monster is a great example of that as well, as it doesn't create realistic monsters, it creates lifelike monsters. Creatures that you could imagine actually existing in a world like this. And, you know, like, if you were in this world, you could perfectly visualize the role and the way this creature functions just from how it fights and the movements and what it does. But then, of course, there's the Elder Dragons, which just mess all that up, but that's the point of them. And, yeah. Oh, that juicy KO. And it's like, this even applies to, strangely enough, some of the Frontier monsters for me. Like, Frontier is ridiculous, don't get me wrong, but it's because of that realization that, like, oh, hey, we don't need to create realistic monsters, that it pushes the boundaries on what monsters can do in the Monster franchise. Look no further than Baruru Guru. Probably one of my favorites in all of Frontier. Just, it's a Leviathan lamprey monster. How can you not love it? And it creates, again, an imagery of lifelikeness, or it creates the imagination of life. Like, ow. How could you, Nerscylla? I thought we were friends. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of have to laugh at all those people, all those, especially the New Worlders, kind of, who say a monster has to be realistic in order to get into Worlds, or that Monster as a whole is realistic. It's not. It's frickin' not. Have you seen some of the monsters that can exist in this franchise? What's important about Monster, and any game for that matter, is creating an illusion of life, and not exactly being true to the material, but feeling like its own individual world and creatures. Oh, I love this. She just sneaks up from behind. Ow, yeah, she's got a big butt. It doesn't lie. On a separate story, Nerscylla was actually the monster to get me into Charge Blade, funny enough. Oh gosh. This is the session where I'm slowly dying. And if people ask why I sound different from previous sessions, that's because I'm doing this in the morning rather than the afternoon. And yeah, that would probably explain why. But if people want to hear the story, basically, I played through the beginning parts of 4 Ultimate up to Kfar with dual blades in hand because I enjoy. Wow, she dead. Because I enjoy dual blades in Free Ultimate, and that was my first time using them. So I was like, oh hey, because dual blades are going to come back in 4 Ultimate, I'm going to use them. And they were fun with all the changes and the aerial attacks and stuff, but I found it to be a little weak against certain monsters, especially Nerscylla. Nerscylla was basically my first wall, as I found myself not killing her as quickly as I would like, and ultimately, I asked myself, is there a faster way I could kill her? And then I looked at one of the new weapons, which was Charge Blade, something I had not tried out yet, and I was interested. You know, I'm always up for trying out new challenges and options in terms of weapon variety. And when it gives me such a new weapon, especially in the fact that it was literally just introduced, I ran for it. And, well, Nerscylla got me into Charge Blade. It worked wonders against her. I was able to kill her much faster. I loved all the tips and tricks about it. But the thing about Charge Blade for me, when I first picked it up, is that I didn't even know all that there was. I went through the entirety of low rank and probably high rank in Village, and didn't even realize that you could even charge your shield. I never realized that. Up until then, I was stuck up until then, I've just been using the 5 discharges, like the little pop crackers, so to speak. We'll just call them the pop crackers, little small explosion attacks. And that's all I used up till then, because I never knew the red shield existed. But I remember specifically, there was a time against Daimyo where I was doing it, and I pressed a certain combo input, and I did the red shield by accident. And I was like, okay, what the heck is this? Why did that happen? And a video later about the moveset of Charge Blade that I searched up, I figured it out, and frickin' I've loved Charge Blade ever since then. Even if it's been nerfed in Generations and Generations Ultimate, I still love it. So yeah, you can thank Nerscylla for that. Also, let's get back to story, because I'm sure everybody loves a good story in their monster game. When story really isn't part of the main focus. But before Ultimate taught us anything, it can have a story, if it wants to. Welcome back, Hunter. Thanks to you, the people from Poke were able to pick up our ore. It's all mounted in place now. We owe Poke a lot for this, and we owe you too for always helping out when we need it. Thanks, I just so happen to be here. I'm literally your guinea pig. Help me! I'm being held prisoner by them! Help me! On to business. We've made great progress with the ship's propulsion, but I'm still concerned about Volstrax. We're receiving reports of red comets appearing all over the world. The comets are crashing down and causing a lot of damage just as the tablets predicted. That's just the reason we need to hunt down Volstrax ASAP. I'll let you know if anything else develops. So wait, can Volfog just like all of a sudden summon meteors now? Because I know people love to spout prophecies and stuff, especially in games, and, well, there was the Mayan prophecy, which foretold that 2012 would be the end of the world, and look where we are. We're still going strong. But is that actually an ability of Volstrax, or is it just sheer coincidence and prophecy it's happening? There we go, my girl Nerscylla. Constitution status and stun. Does it look a bit different? No, it's just because I can see more details on it. Yeah, it seems to be exactly like how I remember it. Yeah, that's exactly how I remember it, though it's in finer detail. And frickin' the gunner armor looks like something straight out of Gundam. It's awesome. And then, status and constitution. These gauntlets. They look nice-oo. Nerscylla. Yeah, that's the waste I remember it being. Oh, wait, what does it say? A masterpiece worthy of a museum. Dang right you are! Dang right you are! Because Nerscylla's armor is bae in terms of design. And especially, holy crap, especially the G-rank armor. It has a cape made of Gypsaros. And anybody who kills Gypsaros or Kezu are a friend of mine. Nerscylla, and then those are her boots, yeah. Oh, so the gunner armor is a bit thicker in terms of the legs, but despite that, it has less defense. Okay. Can I see any new weapons? Because I know I'm probably able to upgrade. Yeah! A main blade. It leverages Nerscylla's unique movements to exceed forge limits. That would actually be kind of cool, like if in future games, the monster descriptions, like for the descriptions of items, actually lived up to the weapons and kind of altered them. So, like for example with this, to exceed forge limits, like what kind of forge limits? Does it make the hunter move swifter, or does it have something special in it? I'd kind of love to see that. I mean, in some cases, it can turn out to be very raw, especially with Fatalis armor, but it would also be kind of cool if you have a skill that transforms you into like a semi-half-human, half-Fatalis when wearing the black Fatalis armor. Creep in close and kill prey swiftly. Alright, yeah. It's got a very small tip, but it's just the tip that you need. Just the tip. Shell Gunbird. Yeah, this is the one I remember. Frickin', that's a cool gun lance. It's so slender and sleek, but it's also, it looks kind of like a polearm, or maybe like the Gaybolg. Or just like, it looks more like an insect glaive you can wield than a gun lance, but it's a gun lance. Alright. Charge Blade. Arachno Scale. Yeah, white sharpness, poison. 20% affinity. I love it. Has a unique anti-friction mechanism. So, as I was saying with the whole, it would be cool if they actually lived up to the descriptions. With this one, have the shield transformation, or like whenever it transforms between axe and sword shield mode, become swifter because of the anti-friction mechanism. That would, I mean, it's just flavor text, I know, but that would be kind of a cool decision if each weapon sometimes lived up to their descriptions, though that would be pretty hard to implement, as you'd have to do that with every weapon that has flavor text. So it's a cool idea, but definitely impossible. And then we have the Nerscylla Fist. Now I've heard that frickin' this bow is OP. This is the Kelby bow of Generations Ultimate. 2 slots, 180 attack, 20% affinity right off the bat, along with whatever goes into a bow. So Pierce level 2, Rapid level 3, Rapid level 3, as well as Power level 1, Poison, Sleep, Paint, Coating Boost, Sleep. So, interesting. But anyways, depending on how long this video was, this may have been short or it may have been longer than the others, judging by how I have 25 minutes currently recorded into my Elgato. Oh well. Anyways, that has been all for this episode of Monster Generations Ultimate. We will be continuing on through the Village Story Mode in the next few episodes, and I hope to get to G rank soon, because as cool as it is, and probably as good as an idea as it is to do Village high rank first, so that way you get all the new equipment first, kind of wanted to get to the exclusive G rank stuff and do some multiplayer, because I certainly cannot provide all the comedy and talk by myself, though I can. It's just I do it for long, strenuous periods, and oh boy, how entertaining am I, the guy who talks for an hour and just never shuts up. How do people even like me? Anyways, that has been all for this episode of Monster Generations Ultimate. If you like this video or the content I give out on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, favorite, comment, share, whatever you think will help support this channel and the future of it. I also have my playlist in the description below for other videos, as well as links to my Twitter and Discord, which you can join to talk to me or others outside of all these videos and stuff and all that good jazz. So, with all that being said, I have been the Monarch of Dragons. Have a fantastic day/night wherever you live. Peace. Kulus Vault!